Hi, and welcome to Dissonance from Wax Buffalo. I'm Alicia Reisinger. Each week, we jump on with a new creative and talk about who they are, what they're doing, and how they're keeping busy during the corona outbreak. This week, I get to introduce you to two very dear friends of mine, Josh and Victoria Peterson, who work with the Hope Venture. Victoria is a photographer and has photographed so many Wax Buffalo candles, as well as our team. We're gigantic fans of her. And then her husband, Josh, works for the Hope Venture, which is a not-for-profit here in Lincoln, Nebraska. And they use education and health projects to bring hope to people in India, Kenya, and Uganda. So we're going to talk about a very special project that they're doing for Mother's Day, since it's just 1 week till Mother's Day. It may inspire you to buy your mama a very special gift and help some mamas across the sea. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Thank you so much for jumping on with me today. I'm so excited to chat with you about your big project that you're doing for Mother's Day. So to start, tell us a little bit about the Hope Venture and just kind of how the whole initiative got started.
Yeah, for sure. So the Hope Venture actually started with my mom. So both of my parents have been involved with like missions work for a long time. And my mom had been going over to India. This was probably back in like early 2000s. And she was doing work with like missions wives there, or pastors' wives there, and just saw all of the need in India and saw the poverty that she would see, and saw kids like going with her mom to drink from like a dirty puddle, and moms would come up to her asking for milk to feed their children because they didn't have any, and it just really broke her heart. And so she just like felt like she couldn't not respond to that. She had to do something, and she didn't know what to do. She knew that there were some nonprofits working in the area, but didn't exactly know how to help. But we had a trusted partner that was kind of a connection in India, and so kind of through that partner, we started working in India through the Hope Venture, and the Hope Venture was born back in 2009. And yeah, now our purpose is to bring hope and dignity to the most disadvantaged people in the world. And we're based here in Lincoln, but we work in Kenya, India, and Uganda doing education and health projects now.
It's such an incredible, just like story that you guys have. And I also just kind of love that. I mean, you were kind of a little guy when she started this, right?
Yes,
you've kind of grown up in the Hope Venture. And now, Vic, you are not actually part of the team, but you get to like travel with them sometimes too, right?
Yeah.
What's kind of your role?
So I we also on the side run Vic and Josh, which is photography and videography. So that's kind of my main thing. And he jumps into that time to time. And then he works for the Hope Venture. So we kind of get to like swoop into each other's worlds a little bit.
Yeah.
But I've gotten to go actually to India, Kenya, and Uganda. Either as like a trip leader, leading a team, or actually like as a photographer getting to tell the stories of the people we meet and to document in it. That's actually how I got started in photography. We were like going to these places and I was like, I just feel like if people could meet these people and hear their stories, like they couldn't not help. Like it just, after meeting them, it felt so obvious to me. And so that's actually how I got started in photography, and then brought that back here and started a business out of it.
Both of us.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Really? I didn't know that about your story. Well, you know, we're like gigantic fans. Vic takes like a pretty good amount of our Wax Buffalo photos, whether it's our candles or our bods in the studio. We're mega fans. Yeah, you're a fantastic photographer. You know, we love you. Someday we're just going to squish you into our world full time.
Happily.
No, I love it. So, okay. One of the things that you guys are doing specifically for Mother's Day, though, is a little bit different than what you guys do regularly, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so talk a little bit about that.
Yeah. So actually, I want to give a shout out to Michelle Colbo. So last year, we have a project called our Mama Kit project, and basically what that is it's we provide a kit for $7 of sanitary supplies for mothers to give birth. So in Uganda, the birth rate, or the
infant mortality rate, and actually also the maternal mortality rate are both so high. So I think the infant mortality rate is like six times higher than the US, and actually the mortality rate of the moms is 40 times
higher.
The number of the United States. So there's just this huge need. And actually, real quick before we jump into that, we found out about this from a girl named Melissa. She was in Uganda on a missions trip, and she passed this hospital, and a woman had literally given birth on their doorstep and died, and they didn't have anywhere for this baby to go. So Melissa ended up adopting the baby and like looking into this need and realizing that like with some like really basic supplies, all of these deaths could be prevented. And that's when the Hope Venture got involved. And so it kind of was this random thing that we found out about. And it was like, what an obvious way. For $7, you can literally save like potentially 2 lives, like the mom and the baby. And so it's just like a really cool project. But yeah, Michelle jumped on board.
It blows my mind.
Yeah. So these $7 kits, Michelle saw this idea, and last year for Mother's Day, she decided to do her mama mug, and she designed her own mug and started selling it with each mug providing one mama kit. And so this year we decided that we were going to build on the idea, and we were going to do a whole gift guide. And so we partnered with you guys, Wax Buffalo, and a bunch of other organizations or businesses, small businesses, to do a gift guide where every gift provides one or more mama kits for Mother's Day. So yeah, it's a pretty awesome way for somebody at home to just give a sweet gift and to like potentially save a life at the same time. So yeah.
What are some of the things that are in the mama kit? Like, what are they missing that they aren't like that these kits are helping to provide?
Yeah, that's a great question. I don't know if you know the specific things, but basically it's really interesting in Uganda. Like when you go to the hospital, they won't oftentimes they won't let you in if you don't have the like birthing supplies. So you've given birth to babies. Like you think of all of those things, like there's like gauze, there's, the clippers for the umbilical cord, like all of these things. And so women are either like buying these things used, so that's not very sanitary, or they literally don't have them and they're giving birth like at home or on the hospital doorstep because they don't have like simple sanitary supplies.
I mean, even just like a surgical blade to cut the umbilical cord, like if you're using one that's not sanitized, one that's not like, I mean, it's just not it can cause a lot of complications, just that simple.
Infection,
I mean, that's like a couple cents, and so that little part in itself is a big part. So.
I know I remember when you guys did it last year with the mama. I have mine. I should grab mine. I'll drink my water out of it. They're beautiful. But it was also like, okay, yeah, I would like to buy 70 of these mugs. Because like when you start to read the stories and like how simple like the solution is, I'm so glad that like even just the way that you guys can mobilize and help is really beautiful. Talk about some of the other people that are giving and what they're giving, what's in your gift guide, all of those fun things.
Yeah, for sure. So this year, again, we still have Michelle and her mama mug. She's in it. But then we also have Outpost Love.
So Anna makes these just incredible little like wooden, literally every single one she makes by hand, and they're just like gorgeous wood. Some of our candle holders, different things. So Ursa Minor is her one that she's giving toward the Mama Kit project for that one.
And then we're also partnering with Lincoln Made. They're another woodworker here in Lincoln, and they called it the Mama Board. So it's a cutting board for the Mama Kit project, which is awesome. And then we also have Of the Earth Florals, a popular gift item for moms. You got to get your mom flowers. And so if you get a $60 or above bouquet from them, they'll donate a mama kit. And then we also have a photographer in there, in Laura's Lens. So she's an awesome photographer, and she's doing family mini sessions, and she's actually donating 5 mama kits for every mini session that she books.
And she's awesome. She's a stellar photographer. She's really great.
I love it. It's like you can buy something for your mama and she's going to feel, her heart all filled up, but then also you're doing something like really special, which is also just going to make her cry. My mom would cry.
Exactly. And I think that's what I love so much about this project is that it's one that so many people can relate with. Like any pregnant mom or anybody who's gone through labor before knows like you would do anything for your babies. You would do anything. And so to think about like these moms who they don't have the resources, like the very small resources to like give their baby the best fighting chance. And I just think it's like a very tangible thing, especially on Mother's Day, like to say like, thank you, Mom, but also like to be able to help a mom across the world. It's just such a tangible thing that we just understand. Like some of the other needs of the Hope Venture meets, like even just like the access to food. Like we don't experience those same things in the same way, but like motherhood is something that we all experience so real. And so I don't know, I just really love that about this project.
Yeah.
I can tell
And
like how passionate you are about it too. I love it. Yes.
That we want to shout out is Allie Lang. She's also in the gift guide. She designed a hope print. So that also is giving a mom a kid. So, and it's awesome. Yeah,
just
it's
so
like
many beautiful items. Oh, I just love it. You can also just like tell, I'm going to start to make our candle here while we're chatting. Just like, I feel like Lincoln's heart. Like was it hard to get anyone on board for this project? I would imagine.
Especially right now, I feel like there are so many people in our community that are wanting to support local makers too. Like it's a cool opportunity to love on the people in our community that are doing amazing, beautiful things. And for them to step in at like such an unknown moment in their businesses and want to be giving back to moms across the world, like that just speaks of all of these people so highly. So we'd like major praise to them, major praise to you. Like we are so thankful that people are willing to step into this. People just
I feel like all of us as makers feel honored. I like when you get asked to like help in any way, you're just like, yes, like I'm super honored to do this. We're okay, so this is what the one we're doing. This is like one of our best sellers, right? And we just thought like, I don't know, everybody needs more love in their life, right? And so we're gonna I'm gonna pour you guys an Armitage one today. We did
perfect.
On our site we have our 4 top sellers. So there's my Armitage oil. Armitage, sweet tobacco, red fern, and I missed one, blood orange. Yeah, and those are any of those. Every time you buy one of these, you're also supporting a mama kit, which is very exciting. So we'll wick
the
it.
best ones.
Oh yeah.
No, all my favorite scents. Right. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I feel like with all of the stuff that's happening with the coronavirus and just COVID, like, have you heard any stories? Is it affecting your areas of impact or what's going on?
Yeah, for sure. Actually, I mean, it's definitely making a big impact. Pretty much all of our work right now is closed down. So that's super sad. Like we have a bunch of schools. I mean, schools everywhere are closed, which is kind of crazy. I mean, it's like everyone here is home from school, but also like our kids in India are home from school. Our kids in Kenya, they're home from school. But it actually it's a bigger deal in a lot of those places because like a lot of them will go to boarding schools that's their home and that's where they get food also. So many kids are stuck at home and their parents don't have a way to feed them. And then another huge issue that we're facing is many people that we work with are migrant workers. So like in India or Kenya or Uganda, a lot of the income comes from day labor. So basically it's just like I know someone and they have work for me today. But all of those jobs are basically like frozen right now. Like nobody's doing like day labor work, at least with our projects. And so tons of families are basically without income right now. And it's just, I mean, we're experiencing it for sure here in the United States, but on an even greater scale, these migrant workers they're having to travel home. They have no access to income at all. So we're trying to provide creative ways right now to be able to help these people. So though our centers and things like that are closed, we have amazing partners that are on the ground in these locations that are fighting for these people. They're doing everything they can. They're driving through the mountains on like mopeds, delivering food to these people. And they're doing everything they can right now. So we're really working hard to help in any way we can. We have like a crisis fund that we're also raising money for.
You are? Okay, good.
Yeah.
Just on your website, is that where we can find like, besides all of the beautiful gifts, there's ways to just support you like straight through, right?
Yeah, and even on Instagram, if you go to like the link in our bio on Instagram, it has both the Mama Kit thing and our crisis fundraiser that we're doing. So
Good. And then also, didn't you say that there is someone doing a match right now, right? So when a Mama Kit is purchased, somebody will match it?
Yes.
Right? Okay.
Actually, right now it's 4 more Mama Kits. So the match is
my goodness.
Yeah, it's 4 times. So and that's like a limited supply of those. But yeah.
Oh my gosh, someone's heart. Okay, that's amazing.
That's still going on. Bonus lives you could save because Mama and baby.
I know the way that it's so true because I honestly hadn't thought of it that way where it's like, yes, this is a safe birth, but you're right. It's literally 2 lives that you're tucking into. And guys, I love that you're doing this. I love that your mama started it. I love her too, obviously. I also think it's so interesting just when you think about like what you thought the purpose of the Hope Venture would be or what she did, back, what was it, 11 years ago or whatever. And now like the way that you're able to mobilize within a situation that like whoever would have guessed what would be going on right now. but that you already have people on the ground and you already have strategies and connections and relationships with people that you can help. It's really incredible. It really is.
Yeah.
That's what I think is huge too about the Hope Venture, like working with local partners. I know so many organizations that had to pull their people out of their countries that they were working in. And because the Hope Venture works with local partners who are like native to these places, like we can keep working in ways that are maybe look totally different than planned, but I think that gives them a greater ability to adapt to situations like this, which has just been a huge difference in this crazy season.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. You guys. Okay. I'm going to pour your candle. And then these will be available, obviously, on waxbuffalo.com. We have these all up there. And then, of course, every one of these little heart candles provides a mama kit through the Hope Venture. And then very possibly 5 mama kits if you get in on the match, which is just incredible. Here it is. Your
I've never seen this process happen. This is my first
very
time.
Exciting, right?
So fun.
We gotta get you guys in for a pouring glass. Vic has seen them because she has photographed like 900 of them. You could probably pour candles, right? So we just like put our little wick stick on, and that holds it in the center. And then this will take about 48 hours to cure, and then I'll pop it in the mail for you guys. And then these will all be up with the episode. Anything else you want to share before we pop off?
Just thank you so much for having us on the show, and also for doing this awesome fundraiser with us. I mean, without you guys and without all the other makers that are a part of it, I mean, it would be just us out there trying to get people to donate, which is, I mean, still is awesome, but
it's hard.
It's definitely hard, and all of your help.
It's always better in community, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, especially right now when we're all at home.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my goodness, right? It feels good to be connected through something bigger than ourselves.
Definitely.
And honestly, I know I won't speak for everyone, but I'm pretty sure I can speak for everyone that we are all super honored to be a part of a project with this kind of impact and like what you've built, and the fact that you're allowing us to be a part of it feels really big and beautiful. And you two are very special. You know, I love you deeply. Thank you so much for coming on. Thanks for pouring a candle with me today, and thanks for all you're doing in this community and communities across the world. You are very special and loved. All right. I'll talk to you guys very soon. Thanks so much. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
So a little tiny amendment to my conversation with Josh and Vic. It's been a couple hours since I chatted with them, and I just cannot stop thinking about the mamas. And so I know in the episode we kept saying that if you buy a candle, it will provide 1 mama kit, but I just think that's not enough for this project. And so we're just going to donate every single cent from the candle to the Hope Venture from this project. And we've allocated more candles. So it's the biggest run of candles that we've done for distance. And every single cent, including all of the cost of the candle that we made, will go to the Hope Venture. So tell your friends, buy a candle for your mama, and it should provide close to 3.5 kits. And I think we're just probably going to have to round it up, so it's 4. And then, of course, remember there's also a match going on. So 1 candle could buy up to 8 mama kits. And I just needed that to be the way that it was if I was going to sleep tonight. So yeah. Okay. See you soon.